Yo, what up, people? I'm sorry, I'm smiling because I thought I'd utilise the function on my phone and just started with to set it up. I love my new phone, honestly. It takes beautiful photos of the moon. Yeah, anyways, hello, welcome to my channel. My name's Kerry Ann. These are just my thoughts and opinions, and also I swear. And we're on again about it don't really matter. I'm only getting like 20 some views. I am shadow banterful, right? So I could talk about what I want to, can't I? So let's go back to the unstoppable march of Islam, shall we? Because that's where I'm sort of focused at the minute, because since they've decided to turn my local pub into a mosque, and the bullshit around there, the taqiyya, lying, you know, like, because Muslims have a word for lying in order to invade people or get what they want, which is so godly, wouldn't you say? Yeah, they're like, oh, this isn't viable as a pub. Nobody wants it as a pub. It's been there decades. It's been a hub of the community for decades. But since the Muslims bought it, all of a sudden, even the councillors, even I've got to get them in there. Even our lovely local Labour ward councillors, there, yeah, well, it's not working as a pub. Well, it won't work as a pub. Admittedly, like, the government has put so many restrictions on pubs. The smoking ban fucking killed them, did it not? Right? And don't even tell me that this isn't all part of by design. You know what I mean? I've done videos on the smoking ban and shit like that. Might go back and watch them because no idea what I said. But I probably, sorry, I do sit there and I should have got up and just fucking give my head a good rudge. Bit of a fidgeter. I should say also I fidget a lot, and I do have incredibly itchy ears, so I scratch my ears quite a bit. That's probably why I'm getting no views, but who cares? It means I can say what I like, right? Now I've recently, since they've said, right, you're having this mosque, we don't care that nobody wants the mosque, you're having the fucking mosque, and you can't say anything about it. Shut up. You can't say anything about it, right? So that made me, because don't ever tell me to shut my fucking face, love. Do you know what I mean? It's like I am never, it's like I'm one of these people. If you tell me somebody's a bitch or a bastard or whatever, or you tell me, I will make my own decisions on that person. I will not base my decision on somebody based on what anybody else tells me about them. Like, if I really, really trust you, I might, you know, like, oh yeah, well, I won't bother looking and whatever. But if my local ward councillors say, do not fucking say a damn thing, no, you cannot mention grooming gangs, there's no proof of grooming gangs, when I know that they're fucking, what have I been fucking looking at for them, you know what I mean? Anyways, they put that through, so I started looking at Islam, and I'm like, you fucking what? And this was May of this year, and literally within a couple of weeks, I had learned that no Muslim should be in any position of power in the UK, and our Home Secretary is. And she swore to fucking, like, she's on video saying that, like, Islam comes first for her, right? Above anything, because that's how they're bred to behave. That's how their religion is. Your religion comes first, right? Before your loved ones, before your mother, right? And this is something that I never got about fucking Christianity either, and I would not. My mother gave birth to me. My mother made me. That is my God, right? Now, well, no, that's not my God, because I went looking for Gog. Again, should we do this bit, right? So the other week, also I tangent to fuck, wheelie bins I call them, and I still need to do the wheelie bin video. But I've mentioned I need to do the wheelie bin video so many times in my videos, it's fucking unfunny. No, we won't. Yeah, we will. So the other week I woke up and just said Yom Kippur, then said, what the fuck did you say Yom Kippur for, Kerry Ann? went back to sleep, thought no more about it until later on that day. I saw a video, this was on the 30th of September, saw a video that's saying that the 1st and 2nd of October, Yom Kippur, that was saying that something was going to happen anyway, but the video didn't say Yom Kippur. I watched the video because it said, whoa, be aware of tomorrow, something's going to happen, you know, like prophecy wise. So I thought, oh, let's have a look at this. Looked at it and it said tomorrow's Yom Kippur, and I'm like literally, whoa, quinky dinky, right? Like, what were the chances of me just waking up at the night saying Yom Kippur, and then later on that day finding out that Yom Kippur was the day after? It's like, what the fuck? And then there was a fucking attack by Muslims on Yom Kippur. Let's just take a moment and focus on Yom Kippur, shall we? Because everybody's like, oh, and this is the only time I will fucking stick up for fucking Islam, right? Well, I ain't sticking up for Islam, but I will stick up for this particular dude. 2 people killed on Yom Kippur. One of them was killed by the police. Why isn't this a thing? Literally, why is the country not in fucking outrage? This is the power of the fucking media, mate. This is right in front of you, the power of the media. The police killed an innocent civilian, and nobody's saying a damn thing about it because everybody's looking at the Muslim. Everybody's like, yeah, Muslim kills too. No, he didn't. The British police, us, killed one of them. Syrian bloke killed another. English police killed half of the people killed in that attack. But because the media says, you know, did he Muslim, then well they don't, because we're still, everything's got to be given to fucking Muslims, right? Or pub being one of them. Now I've just watched this lovely video by this fella who said that apparently people are leaving Islam in droves. This place in America, 25% of that place have basically left Islam, and that makes me so happy. I don't see why anybody would want to follow a religion where all of the men are told that they have to emulate Muhammad because he's perfect. Muhammad had 9 wives, one of which was 6 when he married her and 9 when he took her virginity. We're meant to be like, no, you know, you can't be blaming fucking Muslims for raping people. That's what they're told to do. They have to. And on the video that I made yesterday, where it got cut off, we have barbers on the road round the corner from the mosque. We also have a vape shop run by a foreign fella as well, but I've not been in there because I don't vape. Yeah, there's a group. There's one mother who takes these little girls and hangs about around this shop. Now you can see that the mother fancies the bloke that works in the fucking barbers, right? I don't know which one. There's two of them, and literally she hangs about. She might as well have a plate with a fanny on it. She really might. But that you can see that these men are just fucking hanging around the kids. He came up and gave something to this little girl. He knows the little girl by name. And the way he would look at it, I'm like, mate, fucking... But I know if I said it to her, I'd get my tits kicked in. Do you know what I mean? But I'm like, you know, like, they need to know. People need to know that the men in Islam are taught to be like Muhammad. That is their goal. You must emulate him because he is perfect. And that man was a fucking pedo. There is no 2 ways about it. And like I said on other videos, I watched a video the other night where there's these imams fucking just totally trying to justify having sex with a 9-year-old girl. Well, if she's bleeding, if she can make babies, then that's when you have sex with her. That's the Islamic man's view on little girls. Why don't we see this? And I tell you why we don't see this, because the media tells us to not fucking look. And people like our local fucking Labour ward councillors tell us not to fucking look. So I'm going to look, mate. Now, I've told you before, like, my own views on religion. One thing I found really quite upsetting by this video that I watched of loads of people leaving Islam, they're converting to Christianity. It's like, why do you need to follow a religion that says you don't have to live any kind of life as long as you don't be bad? When you're dead, something good's going to happen to you. Why are we doing that? That is not. I think you know what I think if you've been here before. Them bastards, right? Basically, have the secrets of the universe. They know what happens when you die. They know what we are. They know what God is. Right? And they created all of these religions, Christianity, Judaism, Islam included, and created a clause in all of them that they'll always be at war with each other, and that everybody thinks that their God is the right God, and none of them are. In my personal opinion, from the 17 years that I've done this, I started this channel, there would be no So Says Cares had I not asked it all. I want to know about God. Next thing you know, get a knock on the fucking door. Do you want to learn about God? Do you want a Bible study course? Right? Asking ye shall receive. 17 years I've been doing it. I've been behaving this way. I put myself on an experiment, and literally I have nothing but proof that I am on the right track. And today I got even more. Yeah, let's wheel him back to the old Yom Kippur thing, the middle between then and now. Then I woke up and I got Gog and Magog, right? And I remember, I obviously remember everything because the words came out. But I just thought I'd have a check with Google, and it said that it's like some big war against God, which I think when people realise what God is, there will be. I think the religion desperately wants there to be no acknowledgement of what God is. What God is. God is not a person, right? In my personal opinion, from the proof that I've had from what I call the All, which is God, really. It's like if you speak to it, it will answer back. You just have to have your eyes open and look, right? And people will, all of the things, people are right with Christianity when they say like, oh, God gave me this. There isn't a man there that went, she can have that, look. It's literally your energy working within the universe, and the universe wants all of us to exist perfectly, so it will make those conditions. If we ask for them, we can slip right in, coexist quite peacefully. And literally, religion is the absolute opposite of that. Religion creates division, it pulls us apart, it makes us separate, because as soon as you decide you're going to be a Christian or you're going to be a Muslim or whatever, you pull yourself away from the rest of society. You make yourself different. Lies. Utter fucking lies. Real religion, real God, we are all a part of. Every single fucking one of us. One collective energy that resonates at different frequencies, so to make solids, liquids, gases, etc, etc, etc. But we're all part of the same energetical soup. That's what God is. This energy soup. And all of the infinite wisdom is contained therein. You just have to ask, and it will be, that bit of information will be let out of you. We're part of a giant supercomputer, but them bastards know. Them bastards have always known what we are, what God is, how we could live. They have denied that. So many people have spent their life grieving people who they could actually still speak to, even though they're not there physically. Do you know what I mean? And some you know, snapped off that one, didn't I? You watched the video, at the end of the video yesterday, you know what I do. Let me just give you another example. So we had the Yom Kippur. This Gog and Magog has still got to reveal itself to me, but I did just Google it, and it said that there's, you know, like a big old war against God or whatever, and I'm like, mate, I can see that totally fucking happening. Let's make a video. But also proof, because it was on a video the other day. I said that I'd heard a song. It was like, I was just scrolling through Facebook, and it was them in a pub performing "You've Got the Wrong Ian Watkins, mate, na 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 na, Cunt and the Gang," cunt with a K, right? And I said on that video, basically, I need to go and look for the words to that song, because all I could remember was "You've got the wrong Ian Watkins, mate," and it was on a loop in my head, and I just kept singing it the whole damn time, right? So I was like, I need to go and find this, and then promptly forgot it until today, when it came up as a suggested video on YouTube. Now, bearing in mind, I hadn't watched that video on YouTube. I'd been scrolling on Facebook. It wasn't, I don't know whether it was a video from Cunt and the Gang, because it was filmed in the audience a ways back. But it might have been. So, you know, like algorithms and shit like that, or here, but the algorithms, that's the easiest fucking thing for the all to mess with. It's the easiest fucking thing. It's just pure energy. It's like, make thing, you know, like there are times when you get algorithm, like it's got to be algorithms. When you sat there, I once was sat on the loo and thought about something. Thought, when I get to the computer downstairs, I will look at so and so. Went down to the computer, there's an advert for it. It's like, whoa. But it's the easiest thing for the all to fiddle with. Pay attention to this. You can do like a little experiment for yourself. You know what I mean? This, you know, like the all wants to be known. Do you know what I mean? It wants the truth out. I wouldn't know this. Like, why is it random middle-aged? Well, we weren't middle-aged at the time. Approaching middle-age, random fucking woman on an estate. Why am I getting fucking dreams about Freemasonry? Then why am I then 6 months down the line learning that fucking Freemasonry comes from ancient? Well, that was a separate dream. Lots of different dreams. Look, literally dream work as well. Ask questions when you go to bed, or when you wake up first thing in the morning. It's your closest, the closest that you are, the thinness of the veil. So, like, literally, if you talk to the all, or, you know, call it God, call it whatever, you know, like everybody who calls it God are right. That you're right in what you think. The love that is there, the pure love and bliss. The amount, since I've been on this journey, the amount of bliss that I feel that people don't get. Do you know what I mean? People don't have that. People don't feel that love, because them bastards have pulled us all away from each other. Now, I've just seen another thing, right? And this, again, unstoppable march of fucking Islam. Them bastards are letting Islam through. Them bastards. This is all by design, mate. They want the whiteness bred out of Europe, and they want the average IQ brought down, because we're awakening, mate. We're starseeds. We're awakening. The time has come. Their time is nigh. They need us fucking stupided and quick. You know, they need us dumbed down. Up the fluoride in that fucking water. Don't even mention him, carry on. Sorry, just somebody who takes the piss out of me about fluoridated water and he's thick as fucking soooo. Well, he's just not connected. It's not connected. And that's the thing with fluoridated water. It calcifies your pineal gland. Sorry to go on the conspiracy theory fucking side, but it does. It calcifies your pineal gland. Pineal gland makes DMT, which connects you with God. They're all. Everything. You are God, my darling. You are divine. You, little old you. Trust me, you are as much a part of this as everybody else, Muslims included. But unfortunately, and I think, you know, like I say, Muslims are the ones that have been lied to the most, because they are told to invade, to rape, and to murder. And these people who are leaving Islam, who you know, like, can look at this stuff on the internet, as the bloke that watched today said. You know, like, they can Google this shit. They can find out what they're a part of and go like, no, mate. But by Sharia law, they could be beheaded for that, because Islam says that you kill infidels, people like me, maybe you too, and apostates. Like, you don't join. If you don't join Islam, you die. If you leave Islam, you die. By Islamic law, they kill people for not being Muslim. And we talked about this yesterday, about the Kashmir. Well, I don't know, did we talk about Kashmir yesterday? Do you know what I mean? Pulling down pants, making them recite Islamic prayer if they couldn't, if they blatantly weren't Muslim, slaughtered them. In Nigeria, they are slaughtering tens of thousands of Christians just for not being Muslims. This is the work, and this is what the UK is giving the UK to. What the Freemasons are telling the fucking government to give the UK to Islam. Because we're getting too clever. Fuck knows. We're getting too close. But at the end of the day, they all want everybody to know. Because we are its babies. We are precious. We are loved. We are needed. We're all made of magic, for God's sake. Every single one of us is made of magic. And we don't know it because they're them bastards. And them bastards are the whole fucking reason for So Says Kes happening. And me sitting and talking to myself for 18 years now. Nearly, I don't know, 17, 18 years. I have been sitting here on my own with no fucking audience to speak of, just chatting my shit, because I know that I am right. And I know that one day this will be common knowledge. But right now, people are shouting too loud. Now, we've got, at the minute, in Birmingham, in the UK, basically the police have just banned Jewish fans from attending a football match. Right, get the fucking illogic, the twisted logic of this fucker, right? So next month, there's a football match between, I want to say Birmingham and Tel Aviv, right? I don't think it's England. I never really paid attention to the English side, right? But basically, it's Muslims. Whatever this English side is, please let me know in the comments, actually, what the other side is. But the Israeli side is Tel Aviv, right? And Tel Aviv are coming to play at Birmingham, right, against Muslims. It's because it can't be. It must be Birmingham, right? Birmingham, like Leicester, and as I said yesterday, pay attention to these cities, because it wasn't like this here. It wasn't like, there were parts of Leicester, but now it's becoming all of Leicester. They are throwing them at us, right? This is an agenda, right, that is happening. They are just saying, bringing in hundreds and hundreds of thousands, which does mask the numbers that we have lost suddenly and unexpectedly due to a certain medical intervention. Convenient, right? But Kalergi plan, K-A-L-E-R-G-I, look that up. They are planning, they have been planning this for a long time. It is by design. Do you know what I mean? They want the white bread out of Europe. So, but basically, Tel Aviv, right? This Muslim MP dude, right, has got the police to ban Jewish people from supporting their own football team. Jewish fans, Tel Aviv fans, are banned from the Tel Aviv game. If I was Tel Aviv, I wouldn't fucking turn up. I'd be like, fuck you. I want you. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure they'd forfeit some shit and drop down the leagues and shit like that. But I'd do it just for fucking national pride myself. I'd be like, fuck you then, I ain't playing. But basically, this policeman has banned the Tel Aviv supporters from supporting their team because they can't guarantee their safety, right? What you're also saying, well, first off, yes, you can, because United Kingdom March, you got enough fucking police people for that. All of the protests up and down, protesting the migrants that are staying at hotels at our expense and raping our little girls quite often. Not all of them, some of them are lovely, obviously. But you have that rebel faction in there. And the rebel faction who come over with fucking guns and are planning a civil war. Not planning a civil war, they're planning civil war. Oh, God, it's so confusing. But yes, they have basically banned the Jews. They're allowing the Muslims, because that's Birmingham now, apparently. I'm like, please correct me in the comments. I'm sure I'm reading this. I've got to be fucking reading this wrong. It can't be this twisted, surely. Back to Ian Watkins, a twisted paedophile. That's my word. Hopefully that didn't come across on camera. But basically, the one side can't have any supporters there, apart from anything else. How do you think that's going to affect their performance? Have you ever been to a fucking football match, mate? Like, you ever been to a kids' football match, and you see that one kid whose mum didn't turn up and he plays like shit because he couldn't care? That's going to be Tel Aviv. That's just that you're throwing the match. I hope the fucking transom, to be fair. Come on, Tel Aviv. I ain't getting involved in the war. Couldn't give a shit about Israel or fucking Palestine. It's not my war. If it was me, I wouldn't have any fighting. So I can't be a part of the fucking argument, can I? And I wouldn't either, because they're both wrong, because they're fucking fighting and you don't need to. But again, breeding the intelligence out, we'll always be at fucking war, won't we? Bastard. They're my enemy, mate. They are my fucking enemy. They are who I came here to fucking fight with. Well, I didn't fucking know, did I, until I was in my 30s. But here we are. Anyways, so they've said, so the police have gone away with this Muslim MP has said, yeah, we can't guarantee their safety. They can. They could totally guarantee their safety. They know they could guarantee their safety. Because that's what they do. Do you know what I mean? Whatever it is that gets put on, the police guarantee our fucking safety. It's their fucking job. Anyways, so the police dude has gone, oh, inshallah, let's fucking do it, right? You want it, Muslim MP, you've got it, Muslim MP. Because I'm told from up there, because the police orders from up there, and they've said, no. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, discussed it in a lodge meeting, and it was like, yeah, let's do that then. Let's do that then. Now, what this guy was doing, by saying they can't ensure the safety of the Tel Aviv fans, what the guy was actually saying is that the people of Birmingham, the Muslim people of Birmingham, are thugs, they're violent criminal thugs, and they can't be trusted to be kept in check. That's why they can't guarantee their safety, because we've got a bunch of mindless fucking thugs who think that theirs is a better God than their God, so that they'd try and kill him. Because that's the level of intellect we have in the UK now. That basically, but you notice who ain't doing it? The fucking whiteys ain't doing that. Give them chance. I mean, they're poking the bear. They are poking the bear. I didn't go to the United Kingdom march because I can't walk properly, right? Wouldn't have gone anywhere. Never did. Not a lover of protests, marches, that kind of thing. Don't think it works. I think education, speaking to each other and learning education, like for example, if people knew that all of the men in Islam are told that they have to emulate Muhammad because he's perfect, and that Muhammad was a kiddie fiddler, perhaps we would have a different view of whether we should just give them everything, whether we should put a mosque next to a primary school and over the road from a park. Maybe that mother wouldn't let her kids play around them Kurdish barbers if she knew that they pray 5 times a day to a religion that says, go fiddle with them kids. As soon as they bleed, get them pregnant, and have them pregnant their whole fucking life. But make sure they wear a sheet, because even though all you care about is sex and violence, all your mates do too. So make sure your wife wears a sheet, because your mates will do what you do. Anyways, but yeah, so basically they have openly, the Muslim community, the MP has come out and said Muslims cannot be trusted to not be violent and attack people, so you guys can't watch your football team. That's what's really been said. And the police are like, because that's what the police are told to do. The policewoman that I have on video camera saying, if you don't stop, what she didn't say, I don't know, but basically, because I was talking about the safety of women and children with the mosque being there, and I tried to raise things like Takia and Taharush, which is, because that religion not only has a word for lying to further your religion and take people over, also has a word for gang rape, because that's so godly. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember when Jesus did the Sermon on the Mount and he's like, now you will gather together all of your male friends and they will form a circle whereby thou can rape a little child in the middle? No. But them guys created both religions. Both of them. Freemasons spinning the wheels of religious steel, mate. In the mix. Fucking ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. But we know, and I think that the quickest way to stop the unstoppable march of Islam is to learn what God is. Do your own experiments. Ask questions when you go to bed. Instead of being plugged into a device, always having a TV on or a radio, sit in silent for a minute and think. Because this is what you do. This is what will get you what you want. Alright? And literally, this is get you what you want. Depends what you want. And whatever you want, you will get what you need. They all will always give you what you need, even if that is a bad thing. Tower moments, if you will, where everything comes crashing down, because what you've got around you isn't meant to be there. And when shit crashes down, it's always so that you can build from the rubble a steady foundation for what is to come, but only if you learn your lessons. I might start doing videos about this, but I don't want to seem up my own arse and whatever, but this literally has been my life for the last 17, 18 years. I have nothing but proof that I'm on the right path. That all is always giving me fucking little gifts. Always. It's like, here you go. You know, like, and by gifts, I don't mean monetary things. I mean spiritual gifts, what actually matters. Because ultimately, money or everything on the outside of you, close your eyes and that is you. Also, close your eyes, that is also the universe. That is everything. Inside you is everything. You have unlimited potential. But you are fenced in by them bastards who create a world that is so non-fucking sensical and give you electricity to be plugged into. You are electricity. Anyways, I'm going to go with that now. Leave that on a little teaser trailer. But yeah, just think on. But I feel quite happy that a lot of people are realising what Islam is about and leaving. Like so much is haram. Like music. You can't if you they're like, oh, they say that everybody is born Islamic and you revert, you don't convert to Islam, you revert to Islam. I've got this green light that I have never seen before and I'm getting quite scared, but let's all learn together, shall we? If somebody's watching, fuck it, it's going on YouTube later. But yeah, and then like literally, so you how are they going to get people to jump in when it's like, right, first off, no more bacon sandwiches for you, mate. Second off, all of your fucking meat, every bit of meat you eat, has got to be sacrificed. Like a lamb on a fucking altar. It has to be sacrificed in a brutal, fucking inhumane way. You can't sing. You can't dance. You can't drink alcohol. Fucking, I've got to get this fucking dim bitch in here. And I know it's rude to call somebody a bitch, but she's a dim bitch. This woman in Leicester, right, where I'm from, the Islamic State of Leicester, Muslim lady, been to a party. But bear in mind, these people can't drink. Right, so this woman's never had a drink in her life, apparently. Right, got done for drink driving. She's like, no, like, because she's like swerving, right? Please pull her over. If you had anything to drink. No, I don't drink because I'm a Muslim. Takia, you see, laying. It's in their, it's in the game, sorry. It's in their religion. To lie, they're allowed, right? Perfectly allowed to lie. What could possibly go wrong? She's like, no, I don't drink because I'm a Muslim. I don't drink for religious reasons. Turns out she was pissed. Well, she wasn't. She'd had two glasses. She'd been to a party, a children's party or something like that. Don't quote me on that bit. She'd been to a party and somebody had offered her a glass of wine. And so and their kids were taking too long, so she'd had another glass of wine. For religious reasons, she can't drink wine. You're not allowed to drink alcohol if you are a Muslim. So how could you possibly, well, somebody said, here you go, have a glass of wine, and then they said, here you go, have another glass of wine, but I don't drink for religious reasons. It's like, yeah, but you can have just one glass of wine. I've never had a glass of wine. I don't drink. It's against it. It offends everything that I am. It's like, no, have a glass of wine. You don't understand, dear love. Allah, my God, says I can't drink. Right? I have never drunk because I love my God. And that is, it's abhorrent to me. The thought of alcohol is about, oh, go on, give it here. Fuck off. They lie to themselves. That's what you do. If you take a religion and you say it's perfectly okay for you to lie in order to take over other countries or whatever, like people are going to take that into their own home. Well, I'm allowed to lie, aren't I? How are you not going to have that in everyday society if you just say, like, you're allowed to lie? People are going to fucking lie. And then you get a twisted world. And on that note, I will leave you. If you've made it till the end, 40 minutes, a long one, but it don't matter because nobody's watching. So if you've made it till the end, what do I owe you? And what would you drink? I'll tell you what, if you have made it till the end, my darling, you put down in the comment section what we shall go out, and it doesn't matter if it's non-alcoholic. I don't care. I shall get you that bevy, and we will sit down and have a talk, because we need to sit down and have a talk. Anyways, please consider liking, sharing, subscribing, especially sharing, because I don't promote myself. I've never promoted myself. This all depends. I am exactly where I'm meant to be at any point in time. I trust that. If they all wanted me to be like super popular and what, well, we ain't at that stage yet. But if they all wanted me to be super popular, I'd have been super popular long ago. I have left this in the hands of the all. It's part of my experiment. And I shall tell you more about that at a later date. Anyways, yeah, so I'm waiting for somebody to find me. I have been found before. You know, like I have been offered like speaking slots and shit like this, but not with So Says Kets. It has to happen organically. It has to. Just it's the law. Anyways, thank you for being here. Please come back and never forget that I love you all. Bye.